It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Falcons and the football team coming up next.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue. But nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Atlanta Falcons. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Miller throwing on first down. And incomplete to open things up. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Second and 10.
Looking to throw. Miller. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 78 yards.
And the Falcons on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Green to bring it back. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot.
And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Rypien. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, Riggins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. They're going to go play action here with Rypien. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's Rypien. On the slant, he's got Sanders. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And once again, this is Sanders. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now Rypien on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Clark. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. Uses the stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
45. Mike, 45.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now a give right side. Riggins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there, so I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun is Rypien. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from a yard out. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team is the score. It's 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's go! Let's go!
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And now here's a carry heading left. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He finds his man, complete. It's Gonzalez. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Miller. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Miller. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Rypien on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. To throw it is Rypien. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
2nd down and 8. Rypien to pass. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Hands it off out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's taken down inside the 30. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. There's Vic Beasley. Always tough to block as he gets in to bring him down. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Rypien. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Rypien. It's caught by Sanders. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Miller now on 1st and 10. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Miller. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. You got to be smarter than that, man.
Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit. An illegal contact on a quarterback, the defenders really have to get in line.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denying 3 points at the very end.
So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with a Washington football team on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Falcons. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for Washington, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did. As you get a look at the numbers